Hey there, this is John Barton from JB Cases. So we are now back and open for business, back from my vacation. So this is my vacation stubble here. And I will not show you my tan line, so don't ask. But anyway, I do got some cool cases to show you. So we've accumulated some great cases for the past week that we've been gone. And now we're busy getting them all out the door to our customers. So real quick, let me show you some of the stuff that we've got going out. I've got a black and tan 3x6 here. Very simple case, but nice, very elegant, with nature colored zipper pulls. I've got one here that is a 4x8 in black with maroon, black and gray and maroon, with a really nice kind of gray monogram on here. Looks very pretty. Single strap on there. Look how nice that looks with that black and maroon right there, and just a touch of gray in there with maroon piping. Looks pretty cool. Let's see what color interior we have in this one. This one's got a red interior. There you go, real easy to see everything. All right, moving on. I got I think I showed you guys this before. These are going out today. This one's pretty cool right here. Check this out. This is a blue, black and blue. It says Clint on here. Blue stitching. And it's got a pretty cool logo on there. I'm not sure what that logo stands for. But whatever it is, whoever designed it, it looks pretty awesome. So pretty cool there. One single strap. And let's see what color interior we have in this 2x5. And it has a black interior. There you go. You can see that. Get a good shot of it right there. So that's pretty cool. I'll show you guys this one. I think I showed you it in the last video, but I'll show it to you one more time anyway. This is a pretty cool one. Look at this design on there. I don't know what that's from, but I just love the way that came out with the nice thick stitching on there. Looks pretty cool. Oh yeah, I'm going to show them that too. I'm going to come around and get all those. And then it's got the skull here with the antlers in there. Looks awesome. Dallas, I think that's the Dallas, is a hockey team? Dallas Stars or something? I don't know. Anyway, and the name looks really awesome right there, the way it stair steps down. So see guys, you can really do a lot of cool stuff on here with just a little imagination. I'm guessing these are team jersey numbers on there. And I really do show my lack of knowledge of sports every time I do one of these. So if I ever get a team name right, it's just a miracle. But yeah. And a black interior right there. Looks pretty cool. Alrighty. So next one I have is, see, I think I've shown you guys all these. This one here looks pretty awesome. This is says choice shot on there. See how we did the outline on the stitching on there? So that's pretty cool. So that's something you got to ask us about. We'll be happy to do it for you. You just need to let us know. We don't currently have the capability to offer that on the website, on the designer. So if that's something you like, just tell us and then we'll be happy to redesign it for you. You can go ahead and put your name and everything in the designer. Right now we don't charge extra for doing an outline like that, but you do have to let us know. Okay, yeah, got everything there, so now we're going to move on. Check this one out. Look at the detail on the stitching on this. This is a, I guess that's University of North Carolina on there. Tar Heels. It says El Pulliam on there. Check that out. That look pretty cool right there. So let's see what kind of interior we have in here. This one has a blue 4x8 interior. Cool beads on that. All right. And so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take you guys through the, I'm going to take you guys this way, and because I don't want to bring all the cases over here because we're still working through them. So let's go for a little walk here. Take a look, see what we got going on here. So here I've got several cases lined up on the table, and so I'll just show you real quick what we've got. So I've got a nice 2x3 in army green and black. Looks pretty cool right there. You'll notice there's no top handle on that. And it's got an inscription inside, and it's got army green interior, so kind of an olive green going on there. So then here I have, let's see here, we got a black with white stitching. So you guys have seen that case a lot, so I'm not gonna show you that one. Here I got a pretty cool gray. This is gray and black sides and blue stitching. Look at that. It's kind of a is it blue? It's yeah, kind of a blue stitching in there. And we have turquoise zipper pulls. Looks pretty cool. Let's see what color interior this one's got in it for a 2x3. These 2x3s are great. They're real small and compact. 2x3 with a blue interior. Sorry about the lighting over here. And all right, and I've got a pretty cool green, black with green stitching on here, and it says forced on there. Real nice stitching on there with a fleur-de-lis. Look how pretty that fleur-de-lis comes out. Look at the shading and the nuance on that. Isn't that nice? I really like it when the stitching really comes together well. And then this one here has a green interior, and we have a spacer inside. So the spacers, for those of you that don't know, this is basically a sock with a long thin sleeve here. So you put this down in the case. It's got PVC pieces in here. You set it at the height you want. You take the remaining part of the fabric and you stick it in an adjacent cavity, and you've got a perfect natural spacer in there that doesn't need any tools. You can pull it out with your hand. It's easy, you know, works perfectly. So what I'm going to do for him is I'm going to go ahead and stick it in there, and I'm just going to stick it in the adjacent cavity here. The cool thing about this is when you put the fabric in the adjacent cavity, that's up there a lot, but if you put it in there like right close to the edge here, you barely see it, and it's all natural. It's the same fabric we use for the interiors, so nothing to hurt your queue, nothing to harm it. You want to take it out, it's just this easy. You reach in and you just pull it out. So super cool, easy way to adjust the height of the cavities to fit your parts. You know, so if you have a jump queue, you have jump queue handle with 2 parts, you have a extension, you have a queue that's too short or something like that, you know, you want it to sit just right at the top, you can make that happen. Spacers are really cool. Okay, so moving on, I got a nice gray and orange right here. See that? Simple gray and orange, 2x5 with orange zipper pulls. People love these colored zipper pulls, man. I think that's just one of the things that really sets us apart as well. A nice orange interior in there. But check that out. Just look at that. That's leather right there. Leather zipper pulls, by the way. And as always, there's 2 of them on each pocket here. So in case one breaks, you know, you've always got a working zipper pull. Normally they don't break though. These are really tough. But we want you to have a working case, you know, so if something should happen, at least you got 2 of them, so you can still zip it up and zip it back, and we can go from there. All right, here's a 4x8 with backpack straps. This is gray and yellow and blue, navy blue. Now check this out on here. See how this is gray pocket faces here, but navy blue here, but navy blue sides. So, you know, your imagination, you can do whatever you want in there. And this is the pipe fitters union right there. Now look how nice that stitching is. See that? See how cool that is? Even these little small lines and everything in here. I mean, you know, you guys can look around, right? Look at patches and things like that. Look what people do for stitching, and it'll show you how much they really care or not. You know, and how much care they take to get it, because it takes a lot to digitize this and get it just right. and play around with this with the embroidery machine until you've got it dead perfect on here, where everything comes out really sharp and good. And it takes a long time to babysit the machine, and when you have this really good stitching. Now look at this on the back. Look how nice and small that is right there to get all those letters in there. Isn't that pretty? I have a hard time reading the Gothic fonts sometimes, but whoever designed it, they like it, so works out perfect. All right, this has got a blue interior with a ball holder in the lid. Now, one thing we've been doing is we've started making all the lids a little bit taller when they come with a ball holder, so the ball will be almost fully encased in the lid and not go into the cavity here. So anytime that you order a case with a ball holder in the lid that's going to be custom built, you'll get the taller lid automatically. So I'm just telling you that. You don't have to ask us for it. It automatically comes that way. That does make the case slightly taller. So if you guys check this out here, I'll put these two side by side so you can see it. But it makes the case about an inch taller here. So this is a regular one right here. This is 31.5 inches up to here, so it's about 32 inches, and then you got another like 2 inches, so it's about 33 inches. So this one's about 34 inches to the top right here. So normally that doesn't make that big of a deal. It's not a problem. Very, 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 very rarely we have somebody who says they have a locker or something like that and the case needs to fit. So if you have a locker that you keep your case in, you need to measure it and make sure that the case will fit in there. So just ask us and we'll be happy to tell you the measurements, and we'll be happy to build the case to size to fit. But be aware that there are certain trade-offs, right? So if you want the case to hold 32-inch cues or 31.5 inches and a ball holder in the lid, then there's really no way to make it short enough to fit in a lot of the old-timey lockers, you know, that were made for shorter cues and shorter cases. So, you know, that's kind of the trade-off there. All right, here's another one that's navy blue with black sides and yellow piping. Pretty cool case here. Navy blue zipper pulls as well. And this one is also a 4x8, as you can see. There we go. All right, I have here, this one's really cool. Check this out. This is red and black, or black and red. Yeah, red and black, 3x6. Check it out, really nice one strap on the back. But we got kind of a cartoon Deadpool with holding a 9-ball, so that's pretty cool. Check him out, he's got his pool cues on the back. So I don't know who drew that or who designed it, but I think it came out pretty cool. Karen, did we do this? Did we do that cartoon? Did we do this, or did the customer supply the art?
Dino drew it.
So our artist drew this, Dino Capreros. He drew it based on the customer's idea and said what he wants. So there you go. 9-ball Deadpool right there. And then check it out. Really cool, nice embroidery. Look how nice that embroidery is right there. You know, if you guys really don't know our cases, you know, there's a lot of you out there who still don't really know our cases. I just want you to take an opportunity, if you ever get the opportunity, to pick them up and just feel them and look at them. There's a lot of competition out there. We're getting copied left and right. But you know what it is? When you start to really look at the little details, like all the way that we do, all the stress points and everything in here, not only are these cases super tough, but they're really elegant as well, the way that they're made. I mean, it's just all the little things here. This is reinforced in here, but it's also nicely sewn. Look at that. Look how pretty that is in there. You know? So you guys can, you know, you're going to see cases out there. You're going to see knockoffs coming out every year. There's going to be more of them. But just believe me when I tell you that none of these people, none of these guys making knockoffs, not a single one of them care as much about the quality of the case and the protection of your cue as we do. Not one of them. Not one of them. And if they do, if any of them say that they're as good as we are, or they're, you know, I even hear people telling me, oh, you know, so-and-so said that your cases are made in the same factory as their cases. Well, first of all, we don't have a factory, okay? We have a workshop, all right? So if you've ever worked in a factory and you've ever worked in a workshop, you know the difference, right? So our people are not mindless robots who sit there and do the same task 8 hours a day, day after day, year after year, until their soul is completely sucked out of them, okay? Everybody in our shop, you know, can do a lot of different jobs. They take a lot of care. You know, yeah, we still make mistakes sometimes. You know, we're human. We make brain farts and stuff like that, and we fix it. But the point of it is that when you pick up one of our cases and you really look at it, look at all the stitching and everything, and all the stress points, every little part, you're going to see when you're comparing it directly to some of our competitors who are trying to knock off our look, some of them even try to knock off our interior, you're really going to see the difference in quality. And then you have to ask yourself, is that quality difference worth the small savings that you're going to have in price? I mean, you know, our case might be like $200 and a quarter or something like that, or even $300. It doesn't matter. Their case might be $150. Let's say that your custom case that you built, you got all of the colors the way you want it. You got the stitching on it cool the way you want it. You got everything. I mean, zipper pull colors in leather the way you want it. You got all of that. You got all of that for $300. Or you can buy a knockoff for $150. And that $300 case is guaranteed for life. It's going to protect your queue better from the very first day that you own it until you decide you don't want it anymore. You're not going to give the case up because it's broken or it doesn't work anymore or it harmed your queue.
Can I go outside?
No, sweetie, not right now, okay?
Why?
Okay, not right now.
That cold.
It's not about being cold. There's nobody to watch you, okay? You're so cute, somebody might want to take you. All right? I know they'll probably bring you back, but, you know, I don't want to take that risk, okay? All right.
I want to go outside.
All right, I know you do, okay? We'll talk about it later after the video.
Mommy, can you come outside with me?
So, no, Mommy's working really hard, sweetie. This is shipping time, okay?
I wanna
So,
go outside and
I know, baby, but I'm making a video, okay? Can you just wait a little bit?
go outside.
You know how it is when we're doing video, right? Everybody in the world's going to see me and you arguing about this right now. You want everybody to see that?
What?
You want us to see us having an argument?
No.
Okay. Can you be quiet for a little bit and let me finish? Pretty please?
If I want to talk about this, I'm going to go outside.
Okay. All right. Hold on. All right. We'll talk about it in a minute. Anyway, folks, so brief parenting interlude. So, like I said, you know, just look at the quality and give yourself the opportunity. I know if you're watching this video, you're already interested in our cases. But if you haven't had the opportunity to actually have one in your hands, ask around, see who's got one, and just look at it. And you'll find out that it's well worth the money. And actually, the price difference, you know, if you really compare apples to apples, like their knockoff to our equivalent design, you know, in look, then the price difference isn't that big. You start to add on more in price when you start to add on the embroidery and the designs and your name and different accessories and things like that. That, of course, that stuff can add up. It's like anything, right? But the basic case itself, if they've got a red and black one, right, and it's 150 or 170 or 190, or it's 100, this is the best one I like. It's 190, but it's on sale for 115. Okay? So, yeah, right. Nobody ever pays 190 for the case. That's the thing, right? So the case is actually worth, you know, like maybe 80, 50 bucks, 90 bucks or whatever. It's really not worth anything to me because it's a piece of crap. I can tell you that right now. But let's just go with whatever price they're charging. Let's say it's 115 or 130, whatever it is, right? So they've got their retail up there at 190, making it seem like it's more expensive, and then they're going to give you this great deal at 130. Well, whatever, right? if you look at the apples to apples, our equivalent case, so red and black, you know, with the same amount of pockets, same amount of straps and everything else, is probably only going to be like $50 more than their retail. So let's say that it's $190. Ours is like $240, right? Okay, great. Now they're going to give it to you for $130, and ours is $240. It's $110 difference. Sounds like the world, doesn't it? Well, the fact of it is, is that that when you hear the saying, when you hear the saying that, sweetheart, please.
No, you can come with me. Come on, we gotta go pick up this.
When you hear the saying that that it is double the value, or whatever, I don't even know what the saying is. You know, I'm trying to think of the cliche saying about, you know, it's like double the value at even twice the price. So basically, somebody is saying if like our case was like $440, it would still be double the value of that $130 one, whatever. Anyway, I can ramble about this all day long, but I'd rather just show you guys some more cases. So here's a really cool one. This is black with gray zipper pulls and gray stitching, and the word elevant, or no, Eliot. Please forgive me if I mispronounce your name, but the stitching is beautiful on there. So, you know, there's a lot of the, like, just look at the stitching. Just look at it. Look at how nicely it's blocked off there for each section of each letter. Isn't that pretty? That shows care, you know. We ask our digitizer to do these things, to be careful with the way that he puts these digital designs together for the embroidery, because it's important to me. It's important that the way that the stitches go, the patterns, the way the colors flow and everything, that's important to me, because it's something that you've invested in. It's part of your character. You're trusting us to bring you something that brings you joy, not only protects your cues, and so it's important to me that we pay attention to those details. Okay, here's a black and purple, really cool, 2x5 with a purple interior. There you go. All right, got a few more cases to run through here. So here I have a custom strap that we did for someone. It says Vixen on it. You can check that out. Pink and purple, pretty cool. All right, another black and red right here. This is a Dynamite Rugged. Dynamite Rugged right there, and it's a 2x5. It's probably, let's see, got a red interior maybe. Black interior, 2x5. Sorry, you can't see that. No. This case here, this next one I'm showing you, I've been wanting to look at it for a while. So this is an example case right here. So I'm going to flip this around so I got better light going this way. Awesome. This is an example right here of how you can really express yourself in your hobbies and in your career, whatever it is that you do, through the medium of decoration and design on a case, and not break the bank with it. So this is a black and white case, white zipper pulls, white stitching, and we have some initials here. We have stars and moon here, crescent moon, more stars, right? Check this telescope out. Look at the detail on that. Look at that. See that? Look at the detail on that. What do you guys think of that? I mean, that almost came out like an image, like a picture right there. Don't you think? Look how pretty that is. And it says sticks and stars. So pretty nice case right there, I think, you know. And we have here the, if if you see these tags on there, that's just the number. That's the customer's order number. Just tells us where it goes. This is a 2x5.
Okay.
So there you go. All right. So, moving on here, we have here a 4x8, kind of Miami Dolphins colors here. Looks pretty cool. This case here was done for my plumber, Keith Strahan. He's a local local guy here, decent player, but his plumbing skills are way better than his pool skills, and I think he knows that. And I'll tell you what, if you're in Oklahoma City and you need some plumbing done, Keith is your man. He's a good guy, honest to a fault, and since I don't know that much about sports, I can't really criticize his choice in teams. But I was just down in Florida, so I like the weather there, so I'll give him some bonus points on that for picking a team in a sunny, warm climate. So, and this also has an orange interior. Looks pretty cool. So Keith, if you're watching this, your case is here finally. Come and get it. Okay. Next case I have here. Knocked them all off on the floor here, but it's okay because they're JB cases. This is a 4x8, black with teal sides here, backpack straps, blue stitching, and a blue 4x8 interior. Alrighty, now here's another one. This is a black and tan 2x5, no top pocket, as you can see. The pockets were moved to a slightly different position on here, so the gentleman wanted the pockets to be moved up a little bit, so we did that. Let me kind of show you what that looks like. And this one also has a taller lid with a ball holder in the lid. So you'll notice, let's see what that looks like right there. So, pretty cool. Alrighty, then I have here a 4x8 butterfly. So you don't see a lot of these butterflies, but there's a butterfly with black with blue stitching. Now, one thing on the butterflies you'll notice is we put the JB Case logo right there. We treat these like our regular custom cases, like our leather custom cases, and when we logo them, so they have kind of a born on date as opposed to the ruggeds, which just don't have a date yet. But this has a blue 4x8 interior. There you can get a better look at the interior right there. So full fabric all the way down, padding. Very pretty case. You can put a lot of stuff in here. We have guys that they open it up and they've got towels and they've got cards and just all kinds of stuff laid out in there. Alrighty. Let's see, what else do we have here to show you right now? Real quick. Not sure what I'm looking at here. I showed you that one already. So that's cool. Okay, so I'm going to walk around one more time here, and we're going to go around, just run around the whole room there. So I'm going to show you I'll show you real quick some leather cases that we've done. So this is a leather butterfly. This is really pretty. This is veg tan leather, the black part. So it's the saddle leather, and oh my God, this smells so good. This is a very rare piece right here. This is like a kind of like an oil tan sort of Napa in a way. It's maroon, so you can see that, but you see how the color changes throughout the leather in there. So it's really nice. It's got a little bit of a waxy feel to it. Got that deep leather smell going on there. And this one has backpack straps, which are probably inside. So as we open it up, you'll see them. So it's got the it's got that waxy Napa right there. So this is the kind of leather, if you bend it, like you bend it and you squeeze it and stuff like that, it'll change color on you. Looks really cool. And Got our, of course, our suede pockets right there. This is on all of our cases, by the way. Is the suede right here, so it's non-slip and feels really, really comfy on your shoulder. But so this is also a 4x8, 2 pockets, 2 nice, generous pockets right there with a jump cue partition right here on the side right here, jump cue partition there, so it looks really cool. So very nice case, very impressed. Okay, here's case. This one is similar to one we've done before. This is a oil tan black. So this is kind of an oil tan suede feel right here. It's really cool. Again, if you just smell it, if you like that leather smell, then that really you're gonna feel it here. But this is combined with a gator print on the back. So there's a cowhide gator print, and I think that makes a nice contrast with the matte kind of color of the oil tan there, the oil tan suede, and the gator print. So it looks pretty cool. So we open that up. It's got a magnetic flap on there, and it's a 2x5. So very pretty. And of course, that is our proprietary magnetic flap that we build ourselves. We hand make those. What we don't do is we don't mine the magnets. Okay, now this case here is really cool. This is our history case version. This is the similar to the cases that Paul Newman carried in The Color of Money. I'm going to show you something really cool here. This one has normally we don't put a shoulder strap on them. But when we do put a shoulder strap on them, I made the decision to just do a very small D-ring on here to keep the profile small. So I really like that. I think it's really cute on there, and it keeps that profile nice and slim right there. Now this case here, as I said, it's real old school. So you go and you have to get the buckle undone here. Hard to do with one hand right there, but I got it. And this slips up on here. See how that slides through right there to make the handle? It's got 2 different positions on there as well. And then what you do is you just slide this up. Once that comes up, you just slide the whole thing up. And look at this. It's leather on leather flush right here. I'm really proud of this case. I really like making these cases. This is a 2x4 right there. And it does have our ultra pad in there. The padding is a little bit less in here because the whole profile is smaller. But when the cues go in, they're so nice and snug. They're just perfect in this case. So we've made a few of these here, like this. I'm not sure if this is actually for somebody right now or just something that I had made, just for our own purposes. I'm trying to get some cases made for our friend Dean down in Dallas. It's been a while since we got him some cases, and he loves this style of case. So he's had a kind of a standing order in with us for a while on these. So I'm hoping that these are the ones that we made for him. So Dean, I hope these are yours, and if they are, they'll be on their way to you soon. Okay, further a little bit more. I see we're going on like 30 minutes here, so try to get through this real quick. This is another 4x8 right here with interior pockets. Very beautiful case, all veg tan. So when I say veg tan, I'm also talking about saddle leather type of case. Very pretty. This is a little easier way to show you the logoing on this one. So that's laser engraved into the retainer strap right there. So let's open this up and take a look at what we got. I love the way this came out with the tan piping on here. I think that just gives it kind of a racing stripe look. And then you'll notice here, so this one doesn't even have pockets. So whoever ordered it without pockets. We got a single strap in black and 4x8 interior. So there you go. All right, then I have here a Monster Mason. So we just started doing these 4x8 Masons late last year, and These are monsters. They look pretty cool. They're really nice. They're a semi-hard case, but they've got a really cool shape to them. So check out the roundness on there. Look how nice and sleek that is on there. So the backpack straps, the whole deal on there. Nice wide pockets on here, very beefy. I love the, we got the 90-degree corners on here that contrasts with the curvature right here. And then check the curve out on the pocket here. So really nice there, huh? And this one is a 4x8. So it has two interiors. You can't hardly see it in there, but this one here, both of these interiors come out. And this is a 2x4 on this side and a 2x4 on that side. So pretty cool. Big nice wide logo on there. Magnetic flap. Looks really great. And yeah, really pretty. And I really like this color. I don't know if you guys can really see this color, this kind of golden brown on there. But in leather, that just comes out so gorgeous. The way the leather picks up all the highlights on there, really nice. Okay. Now I've got another Mason here, similar. This one's all brown, so it's a darker brown. See how that works right there? Also a 4x8. Really nice. Now, you know, the thing about this is, like I said, it's a semi-hard, so there's no plastic tube in here. It's similar to the butterfly, except that the construction is more rigid on this. So you could crush this case, you know, if you jumped up and down on it. You know, if an elephant stepped on it or something like that, you could definitely crush it. But for most spills, you know, like if it falls down a flight of stairs, something like that, the cues are going to be perfectly fine because they're well padded inside here. And the trade-off is that you get a lighter case. So this is a lot of leather, but you save several pounds on here by not having the plastic tube inside of it. And you still get that gorgeous leather look and feel on the case. So, you know, really nice nice trade-off there. And it feels like a, you know, it's solid. It feels like a nice tube case without the tube. So there you go. All right, here I have a couple more of the history cases. Now these are the 1x2 versions right here. So these are really nice. See how those look? We've tried to stay a little bit more true to form on here with these. I noticed that we even put two different styles of brads on the bottom there. So that just goes to show you that we probably haven't stocked these bottom nails for a while. So when it comes to making the black one, which we normally don't do, they wanted to use the gunmetal, so probably that was the only gunmetal we had, and we didn't want to buy another 1,000 or 5,000 pieces for that. So that's not that big of a deal on there, but we innovate as we need to. But this one has the small brass ones on there. Looks really nice. So yeah, very pretty case. All right, I've got another 2x4 like that, in that dark brown burgundy kind of color. Got that brownish reddish going on there. So I think these are for you, Dean. I hope so. So I know you've been waiting on them for a while.